What's up, guys? But, in our previous month ago, we were sorting through some of our own little definitions and what we thought we could ascertain with our own built-in experience and knowledge. What the true definition of a man is. A lot of people say, like, oh, I know what it means to be a man, or, I'm a man, or I'm a real version of a man. I'm one of the real ones, the type you don't mess with, that sort of thing. So my question is this, like, all those guys, people talking about it, can they put it in words? Can they put in words, what their definition of a man is? I did ask this, I don't know. I think it was a patient in a hospital. They were morbidly obese, had double D boobs, some sad, version of a man to look at, honestly. Something sick, some disease that they need to get over through fasting or obedience to God, in my opinion. Just unable to do it. Horrible. And so, my question becomes this, what is your definition of a man? And so at that point, they say nothing and walk away. Well, you know what? Man's not somebody that just says nothing. That is not what Jesus did. He wasn't acting condescending or like he had a definition you're too stupid to understand or don't deserve to hear. Every man should really know exactly what the definition of a man is, and I'm here to tell you. Last time I told you guys my definition of a man, I was wrong. In a way. I complicated. I said a man should be dangerous and be capable of it. Yeah, Norman Albrov could probably put us to sleep with a pistol or something, maybe shooting it out his teeth. I don't know. I'm sure he has dangerous capabilities. Could probably hack my internet right now with just his mind. Maybe Nolan's a dangerous dude. But I think I was wrong, guys, and then my second requirement for being a man was being able to identify and align yourself with the holy kingdom of honor and representation of love and everything we care about, right? So, kind of got it right with the second one. And if you do that, by the way, if you align yourself with the proper kingdom, then yes, you are immediately dangerous. I promise you. Able to carry God's spirit to victory if you keep yourself holy, don't sin, and do obedience, man. So, my whole thing, definition of a man, we're bringing it back. The Latin root is vir, okay? Boom, V-I-R. That's the Latin word for it. And guess what it's the stem for? Virtue. So a lot of you may know this, but America's completely lost its way. It thinks men are some toxic version of something, some filth to be gone with, some defilement they don't want to hear. Well, I do know some things that call themselves men that act that deserve that description, honestly. But the real definition of a man is actually the adverse of slothful, sinful behavior, doing nothing with your life, wasting yours and everybody else's time, making everything worse. Men is synonymous with virtue. So men are actually a sevenfold entity divided into one, since there are 7 virtues. Dang. So men are actually a divided entity filled with 7 different, basically, spirits. That's interesting, guys. Kind of reminds me of some certain verse of the Bible where they talk about the 7 spirits that live in the throne in the temple or in front of Jesus, our Savior, or something. Interesting. Virtues.